Hey guys, what's up? It's Sunday, and this week we've got two topics for you. Neither of them are very fun. I'm going to talk about the STD topic. A viewer wanted to know if we would ever date somebody with an STD, and if you have an STD, how would you go about telling your partner that you have an STD? So, here's the thing about STDs. They're scary. It's a scary thing to think about. Nobody wants an STD. No one purposely goes out and decides, hey, today I think I'm going to try and contract an STD. Nobody does that. You know, they're kind of this thing that, like, everybody sees as, like, gross, and people that have STDs, they look at them like they might be slutty or they sleep around a lot, and that's a common misconception because there is no set time frame for anybody to get an STD. You can get an STD the first time you sleep with somebody. You can get an STD the 51st time you sleep with somebody. It doesn't matter. It can be an accident because the person you sleep with doesn't even know they have an STD. It can be a matter of having unprotected sex. You aren't an idiot for having an STD. You aren't a slut for having an STD. It totally depends on the situation. It could have been that you just had no idea that the person that you slept with had an STD. So, first of all, if you are somebody that has one, you shouldn't feel ashamed. You shouldn't feel like you're less of a person. You shouldn't feel like you are stupid. It's none of those things. So, let's get that out of the way, first of all. Secondly, I admit that I used to be one of those people that looked at people with STDs like maybe they were a little bit scary or things like that, but that's mostly because I wasn't educated. When I first went to college, I had a roommate who had an STD. She had herpes, and I didn't know much about it, and I didn't know how you got it, and I used to be like, so if I sit on the toilet seat after you, does that mean I'm going to get herpes? But luckily she was really nice and open about it, and she wasn't afraid to answer questions, so that helped me out a lot. But her situation, what had happened to her, she got this boyfriend who was a real winner, and had sex with him one time, and got herpes from him because he decided it was a good idea not to tell her that he had herpes. So she wasn't being a slut, and she wasn't doing any of those things, and all that it took was not using a condom. It can happen to anybody. If you don't want to get an STD, practice safe sex. It's the only way to do it. Or just don't have sex. I don't think that you should stay away from dating people with STDs. They're not dirty, they're not gross. Just make sure that you both practice very safe sex. That's all. As far as telling your partner that you have an STD, when's the right time to do it? Obviously before you have sex, before you even think about having sex. Don't lead the other person on to the point where you're almost about to have sex and be like, oh, P.S. I have gonorrhea. Probably not the best way to do it. Sit down, have a mature conversation about it. Be like, hey, let's go get both tested. Let's talk about this. Do you have any questions for me? Just be open. Be honest with them. Just honesty is always the best policy in any relationship. I fully and 100% believe that. There's nothing in a relationship you shouldn't be able to talk about. Nothing. And if you're getting your feelings hurt over every little thing that you guys are talking about, then you need to grow up. Let me show you guys my new cast. Has a Christmas tree on it. Guys, I will be in this cast for the next 6 weeks until Christmas, and then I'm done. Woo! I'll be cast free, finally. So, hope you guys are having a great week, and love you, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.